The philosophy of phytobiophysics is a science, but primarily it's an understanding of humanity and the relationship between people and their environment and illness and health. The fact is that emotions play a very important role in understanding health problems. Phytobiophysics is primarily a philosophy of vibration, and we call it vibrational medicine. We use the energy of plants to produce vibrational remedies, and the research has been done over many, many years, collecting plants from literally all over the world. The most interesting thing about vibrational medicine is that it's centuries and centuries old. It's been understood that vibration and energy is the key to understanding all of us on every single level of our lives, both spiritual and physical. But the most interesting thing about medicine today is that unless we understand the concept of energy, we'll never completely be able to realize full recovery with our patients. Light is energy. Without light, there is no life. When light shines through the prism of a raindrop, it refracts into colour, which we see as a rainbow. Light within the colour spectrum supports life on our planet. Each plant on the planet vibrates on its own colour frequency. So does every living cell. Living cells are dependent on light and on water. Healthy cells vibrate on specific frequencies of light. They emit and transmit minute particles of this light, called biophotons, every billionth of a second. The life force is dependent on light. Light changes from dawn to dusk, refracting different colours, stimulating responses in the human brain by controlling the circadian rhythm, influencing the spirit, the soul, moods and emotions, metabolism and function. Whilst light is electrical, moonlight is magnetic and influences the magnetic field forces of the planet, the tides, the lunar cycles, dreams and aspirations. The electromagnetic field forces in the body control neurotransmission, the flow of energy from the mind to the body. Neurotransmission controls the brain hormone pathway. The lead hormone, L-dopamine, activates adrenaline and noradrenaline and is damaged by fear, trauma and abuse. A powerful infrared plant which vibrates on a magnetic frequency heals L-dopamine. This plant is called dragon arum.
I've come over to Jersey for the weekend to help Diana harvest the flower formers. I work at Helios, where we actually manufacture the phytobiophysics, so it's very exciting to be able to actually pick the flowers and see the initial stages. And I've just picked dragon arum, and it's a very powerful plant that's used for abuse cases. And I actually felt very emotional as I picked it. Really, my heart was beating and I was really shaking. I could feel the power and the kind of trauma in that plant. This is the dragon arum that I picked. It's a big mauve exotic plant, big flower with the purple spadex, and it's actually bringing up quite a lot of emotion now. It brings up kind of feelings of aggressors and abuse. It made me feel of a very hurt child. I've never had such a strong reaction from a plant The dragon arum actually really frightened me. It made me shake and tremble. And the next plant I went to look at was the nicotiana, which is a very small, delicate green-white flower. And as I sat quietly with the nicotiana, it actually brought the joy back into my heart, and I was able to relax and breathe easily. And it really healed something that had been brought up by the dragon arum.
Plants are powerful and often invoke memories of the trauma which they have the power to heal. People are instinctively drawn to the flowers which nurture them on a very personal level, and the colour of these plants are often reflected in the clothes that they wear. The colours that people love are often the colours that heal them. Plants express their energy through the colour of their flowers. Colour is measured in nanometers. In order to capture the biophoton resonance of plants, the flowers are harvested on 12 days of the year, on the morning of the full moon, when the planetary energies are at their height. The poppy is a very spiritual plant, which expresses its energy as red and has the capacity to enable people to recover from deep wounds, as it vibrates on the same frequency as healthy blood. The flowers are picked with reverence, gently, so as not to damage the plant. Shepherd's purse, a tiny little white flower, supports the immune system, while scarlet pimpernel, called the shepherd's weather vane, balances mood swings and fear of change. The collection process of the flowers is very specific. Harvested flowers are carefully placed in individual containers and returned to the collection area in order for the species to be verified. The flowers are then carefully placed in individual glasses containing purified water. The selected flowers are then placed in direct sunlight for 3 to 4 hours to allow the release of the plant's vibrational essence. A complex interaction occurs between sunlight, water, and the flower as it releases the biophotons into the water to produce the essence. This living energy of the plant is captured as a memory in the water. The activation process manifests as many thousands of small bubbles which appear on the petals. But this is quite extraordinary, this one, because it's hardly been in the sun at all, and that's classic. That's what we're looking for with all of them.
I have the
Some tiny little flowers have just got microscopic little bubbles, but that one's dramatic. And it's a very powerful flower, actually. Stinging nettle.
Is that the stinging nettle?
Stinging nettle. So if you look here, you can actually see the little visual.
Absolutely
bubbles. That is so strong. I'd love to know who collected this one.
A bit of activation.
Bittersweet. Well, this is bittersweet, which is half violet and half yellow. And this is such a powerful little flower because, as its name suggests, it's happening. Yes, yes, yes.
10,000 points for that one.
After the essences have been activated, they are taken to the laboratory to be labelled. The transference process is a one-drop dilution into 10 ml of pure vodka. This solution is then referred to as an energy harmonizer, and its exact vibration is then tested using a precision instrument called a galvanometer, an electrical resistance tester which accurately measures flow of energy in microamps through the acupuncture points. That's absolutely fantastic. When the essence has been verified, it is referred to as the mother tincture. Essences of plants and flowers have been collected from all over the world, and after many years of research, the 20 Phytobiophysics flower formulas have been created, each vibrating on a specific frequency of the rainbow spectrum, restoring balance and harmony on all levels of consciousness, spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical, thus producing complete harmony. Flower Formula 1, Lotus, White, the most powerful formula. Vitality, Governor Meridian, Energy, Emergency, Life Force, Immune System, the formula for spiritual shock and wounds, such as loss of a child. Made from the world's most sacred white plants, including some of the oldest plants on the planet, lichen. Flower Formula 2, White Rose, Recovery, Conception Meridian, Endocrine System, Emotion, Healthy Babies, Healthy Growth, Damaged Childhood, Isolation. A formula of roses for support whenever emotional trauma is too great to bear. Flower Formula 3, Camellia, Ultraviolet, 380 nanometers. Spiritual ease, the pituitary, the spinal cord, trauma of change of circumstance, vortex changes, changes in the reproductive cycles. A powerful formula made from pink flowers which calms and eases hyperactivity and traumatic change. Flower Formula 4 Thistle, Violet, 432 nanometers. Tranquility, the brain, the head, the central nervous system. Fatherhood, tranquil thoughts, sleep. Void of father, nervous breakdown. A powerful structural formula for balancing the circadian rhythm. Flower Formula 5, Nightshade, Indigo, 435 nanometers. Immuase, the teeth, the mouth, immune system, antioxidant, probiotic, infection, teething babies. Flower Formula 6, Phacelia, Indigo, 436 nanometers. Clear senses, limbic nervous system, the sinuses, the nose, the mucous pathways, self-worth, addiction, supports allergies, sinus and hay fever. Flower Formula 7, Orchid, Indigo, 437 nanometers. Cool calm, limbic nervous system, the ears, the meninges, monocytes, frustration, tropical disorders, insect bites, fulfillment of life's missions and ambitions. Flower Formula 8, Rosemary, Indigo, 453 nanometers. Uplift, the autonomic nervous system, the face, cranial nerves, the sensory organs, emotions and tearfulness. Flower Formula 9, Bluebell, Blue, 472 nanometers. Appetite, the colour of the sky and the sea. Sanjiao meridian, the throat, the thyroid, the neck, negates the effect of low-emission radiation. Appetite for life, relationship with mother, communication, faith and belief. Flower Formula 10, Nicotiana, Green, 510 nanometers. Breath of life, lung meridian, forgiveness, rejection and betrayal, bitterness, loss of love and self-esteem, antidotes atmospheric pollution and nicotine, assuages grief of rejection, allowing forgiveness. Flower Formula 11, Hawthorn, Green, 520 nanometers. Heartache, heart meridian, loving and giving, dedicated to the world, loss of love, grief, sorrow, bereavement. Flower Formula 12, Dandelion, Yellow, 580 nanometers. Detox, the liver, gallbladder and stomach meridian. Power, cleansing, courage, anger, rouse, toxicity, antidotes chemicals, caffeine and alcohol. Flower Formula 13, Evening Primrose, Yellow, 572 nanometers. Relaxation, the kidney meridian, calm, soothing, serenity, water balance, stress, anxiety. Flower formula 14, daffodil, yellow, 580 nanometers. Skin beauty, small intestine meridian, perfectionist. Courage, vanity, distressed about appearance, recovery from scars and wounds. Flower formula 15, yellow foxglove, yellow, 575 nanometers. Sugar bowel, pancreas meridian, the navel, assimilation, anorexia, bulimia, eating harmony, the spiritual umbilical cord, anxiety about one's children, unborn babies, miscarriage or death of a child, self-esteem, self-worth, recovery from unacknowledged trauma. Flower formula 16, daisy, orange, 615 nanometers. Repro, bladder meridian, reproductive organs, uterus, prostate, puberty, menstrual cycle, adorable child, recovery from damaged childhood. Flower formula 17, arum lily, orange, 605 nanometers. Fertility, hormones, passion, fire, virility, sexual relationships. Flower formula 18, poppy, red, 660 nanometers. Lifeblood, circulation meridian, direction, mystical joy, love of life, rejuvenation, the now journey. Flower formula 19, red chrysanthemum, red, 670 nanometers. Motion flow, the large intestine meridian. The bowels, lower mesenteric plexus. Nightmares, stagnation, loss of direction. Fear of letting go, elimination. Flower formula 20, anemone, infrared, 770 nanometers. Kundalini, victim, the dark side of life, abuse and trauma. Rising earth energy, structure, the bones, the legs, magnetic energy, the most physical formula which eases the pain of spiritual trauma.
Everybody in the whole wide world loves flowers, but very few people realize that flowers have a healing quality on different levels. So many illnesses such as cancer, leukemia, children who are desperately sick with autism. And what is so utterly tragic is that there are so many in modern society. I think the latest statistic, for example, of autistic children in England stands at something like 500,000. Nobody really knows why. wonderful thing about vibrational medicine is that it gives us an incredible opportunity to understand the whole dimension of ill health as a journey, an origin, a cause. And I think that this is something very, very important. Causal factors are not generally looked at. And I think that the responsibility of healing our children, making sure that the children of the planet are healthy, is really the fundamental principle of our institute. And this is my dream, to give the babies of the world this support, not just my own grandchild, but everybody's grandchild, not just grandchildren, but our children.